So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
A handoff for Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Looking there for picks, but intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Walker with another carry. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. The Seahawks at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they've made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
A quick throw out to Lockett. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Geno. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Troy Anderson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And after the Russell Wilson trade, you have to ask, will Tyler Lockett be able to extend his streak of 1,000-yard seasons to 4 without the only quarterback he's ever played with in the NFL? But the way he plays, a very steady presence who catches everything in sight, I think he's got a good chance of extending that streak and becoming best friends with his new quarterback along the way. He certainly looked like it on that first down catch.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And as a running back, you've got to be saying, where did he come from? He covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and he was able to stop his man before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Okay, right.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Six yards left on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. Finding room at midfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 68 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
18, Pioneer!
To throw is Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
19 right. Dragon 60. Mustang 19.
Now Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 76 yards. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They go play action here on first down. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Although he was picked in the third round, Desmond Ridder is actually the second quarterback drafted in 2022. Might not have that first-round label, but we saw him make plenty of first-round throws while at the University of Cincinnati. He's a quick thinker, reads defense as well, and with all he led the Bearcats to, the Falcons also know they picked up a proven winner.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ridder for the third time. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
The final shot here before break, Smith. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have moved out in front.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ready.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. In motion comes the tight end left. Back to throw now on first down. And now here's another interception. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps...
Touchdown! DK Metcalf with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Hey, check nigga. Strike, check, strike.
Give to Patterson, running to the right. And some room to run now. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw here. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Second and 9 now. Another completion right back to Patterson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, 27 yards. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Coup now for the point after. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Smith. He's got a man, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
On the counter, it's Walker. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
On the ready.
Second and 14. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 31 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up second down.
On the jump.
Here's Smith. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Ready.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Smith now to throw. And Walker has it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
From the 35 on second down, Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
He's going to keep this again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
He's got a man. It's Ferkser, the tight end. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Ready, ready. Check you.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ready.
Second and goal from the 1.
Check right. Hey, no steal. Yellow, run. Right, 97. Black walk. Right,
They'll look to run with Algier. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. 20, 10, and he's all the way in for the touchdown. No flags. And in the final stages of this game, they're an extra point away from tying us up. Now Myers for the extra point. No sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up to throw. Able to find Patterson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this will be a Falcons first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A right side run with Patterson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play.
Let's go now.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So time runs out. It's a...
See, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby.